This is one of the things that we are going to accomplish this year. I will certainly be getting the 2022 Subaru BRZ. I told you guys it was gonna happen, and here we are, boys, in my all-new 2022 Subaru BRZ. All right, so I might have scratched the truth a little bit. We're still in the old BRZ, but we do have some pretty exciting news about the all-new 2022 Subaru BRZ. So yesterday, Friday, July 23rd, is a very monumental moment for me now, because that is the day where the 2022 Subaru BRZ officially went on sale in the United States. I had no idea when it was supposed to be scheduled to officially go on sale in the US, but yesterday, out of nowhere, I got a notification on my phone, and it said, yo, the Subaru BRZ is officially up for grabs now. You can pre-order yours. And you guys know me, I have been super excited about this car ever since they first released it. I love the Gen 1 BRZ, absolutely love the Gen 2 BRZ since the day it came out. When everybody hated it, I loved it. You guys already know, I ran to my local Subaru dealership and copped myself a 2022 Subaru BRZ. We have the papers right over here. I pre-ordered one. I'm not gonna tell you guys the color just yet. I want you guys to go down in the comments and guess what color you think I got for my new BRZ. I mean, it's pretty exciting. I had to tell you guys, unfortunately, Subaru BRZs, or the 2022 BRZs, still haven't hit the dealership. So right now in the US, we still have these.
These bunk ones. No, I'm just kidding. That's my baby.
They're still beautiful. The Gen 1 BRZs are one of my all-time favorite cars. They're still amazing. And it's gonna be pretty cool because we have a Gen 1 BRZ here, and then pretty soon we'll have a Gen 2 BRZ sitting right over there. The Evo will be gone. The Gen 2 BRZ is gonna be sitting right there. I'm just like super excited. I don't even know what to say. Like, I didn't know that it was gonna be released July 23rd. It was kind of like a last minute thing, I think. Like, I just heard it, it's released, and I instantly ran. Believe it or not, I was the first one at the dealership. This is All American Subaru, so it's a pretty big dealership, and I was the first one to have a pre-order on the new BRZ at that dealership. To me, it's like the biggest deal in the world. I'm the first one to order a new Subaru BRZ in my area, and I just can't wait for it to come in. I'm super excited. What about you? I instantly picked up Amanda, and she came with me to the dealership. How hyped are you? Like, we got the BRZ. Here's the paper. Here you go. Hold the paper. we got the papers, baby. We got the new BRZ. We're this much closer to having the new BRZ. How does that feel?
It feels so exciting. Yeah, I was literally at work and he texted me, oh my God, the Subaru is out for the pre-order. And I was like, I'm leaving work right now, we're going.
It was a pretty monumental moment. And if you guys are new to the channel, or if you guys don't know, or if you guys haven't kept up with the previous videos, this is Amanda's Gen 1 BRZ. There's some things going on with this car, which we'll address later in the video, but this is Amanda's BRZ. She is gonna have the Gen 1 BRZ, and then I'm gonna have the Gen 2 BRZ. Expect a lot of Gen 1 versus Gen 2 BRZ content coming soon because, you know, we gotta do it. You just gotta do it. So here is the official receipt / paper for my 2022 Subaru BRZ pre-order. There we go, boys. There is the color. So whoever guessed black, you guys are correct. Whoever guessed World Rally Blue, good guess. That was my second choice. I custom ordered my car. Like, this is the first time I ever custom ordered a car. This feels legit. Since it is a custom order and they haven't actually released the car in the US, and there hasn't even been any made that you can sell in the US technically, I have to wait about 8 to 12 weeks for this thing to be made, which sucks. I'm a super impatient person. My brother right here. Yo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how patient am I?
Yo, he's not patient.
Zero patience.
I'm not patient.
I'll vouch for that one. Zero.
I'm not patient at all. I'm just happy I'm the first order at the dealership. So I got the first 2022 BRZ in my area, which is sweet. That's the update with the 2022 BRZ. So we got it, boys. Tag is secured. That's the update with the new BRZ. Now it's time for an update with the old BRZ. We're having some Subaru problems with this Subaru. You want to explain to them real quick what's going on with it?
Just not working.
Not working.
Not working.
Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with it. We don't know what's wrong with it.
No idea.
When you put in a brand new block, there is a break-in period where you just have to break in the car. As soon as we got done with the break-in period, guess what happened? The car actually broke on us. So here is an aftermarket crank pulley. Now the reason why we put an aftermarket crank pulley in, the bolt legitimately just backed out. It didn't back out all the way, but this pulley was shaking a little bit. So we figured, let's just get a new bolt. Let's just get a new pulley. We put a new bolt in, we put a new pulley in, and 5 minutes into driving with the new pulley, the car stalled out on us, wouldn't turn back on.
Don't forget, we heard a big clunk.
And it kind of sounded like metal, so that could have been like a bolt that was just in the engine bay that fell. That could have totally been it. But we're thinking worst case scenario. We don't want to damage this motor at all, any more than it possibly could have been damaged.
We've been pushing it in and out.
Honestly, the reason why this thing has been on pause is because we were first breaking it in. Once we broke it in, then it actually legitimately just broke on us. And now, today, we are going to pull the motor out and open it up.
Again.
Fun, right?
Fun.
I was so confident that we torqued everything to spec and did everything perfectly right, but sometimes you just mess up. And I'll own up to whatever mistake we might have made. You just gotta figure out what the mistake is. I'm not gonna lie, I did not think we'd be seeing this so fast. Kind of disappointing to see. All right, so yesterday we had a lot going on. So I think we left you guys off at the fact that we pre-ordered the 2022 BRZ, which is awesome. And I think we also started to talk about what went wrong with Amanda's BRZ. Yesterday we got really excited and we just wanted to get cracking. So we pulled out the motor, but we haven't got to cracking it just yet. That's the goal for today. Basically, we just have to figure out what we have to fix. Now, I didn't get to explaining what's going on with the Evo. This is my little brother's Evo 10, and you guys can see that it's kind of pulled all apart right now. We're getting it ready for paint. My brother has a show next weekend and we have to paint this thing ASAP. So we just got to filling up some dents and dings and stuff like that. He got all the trim pieces off, and today he's just gonna be sanding down all the Bondo. Today he's just gonna be doing body work because this thing is gonna get some new color real soon. So like I was kind of explaining to you guys before, what basically happened was that the OEM pulley came loose. Now, why did it come loose? I have no idea. Maybe we didn't torque it down to spec, even though I'm pretty sure we did. Maybe I was supposed to put Loctite on because I know I didn't put Loctite on. The pulley backed out. We got a new pulley, we got a new bolt, put it back in, and as soon as we put it back in, 5 minutes later, car stalled out on us, and it sounded like we heard metal hit the ground, right? That's what it kind of sounded like?
Like a big clunk.
Yeah, big clunk. So what I thought was that this pulley fell out and hit the ground. We pulled over, pulley was still on the car. We had no idea what that metal clunk was until yesterday. You're gonna have to listen real close for this, but you can hear something move around inside, right? Like it sounds like something's inside the cylinders moving around. All right, so here, listen real closely. Hold on, let's try this way. That's not good.
That does not sound good.
Wait, listen. That's not good. It's not supposed to make that noise. You should not be hearing that. Today's goal is to figure out what went wrong, so we're gonna tear this thing open and see what we broke. You excited?
I'm scared.
Yeah, I'm scared too. I'm really
scared.
So first things first, we're gonna check the oil pan. Usually whenever something goes wrong with the motor and there's like cracked metal or anything like that, it shows up in the oil pan. All right.
Looks a little glittery to me.
Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, there's definitely some metal shavings. We got little pieces of metal. Oil looks the slightest bit glittery. Something broke, there's metal in the oil pan. So let's figure out where that metal came from. It's really hard to see, but the tensioner isn't flat. No, this thing's moving around.
No.
Might have just been a timing chain tensioner, which makes sense. It stalled out, wouldn't start back up. It makes sense that the tensioner went out. We're gonna keep opening things up and kind of get that much closer to finding exactly what went wrong. The reason why I wanted to start with taking off the upper oil pan is because we get a good look at the crankshaft and the rods. So what I wanted to make sure is that we didn't throw a bearing, because for some reason I thought we might have. All the rods seem like they're pretty tight. Let's just keep tearing this thing open. This right here is the used tensioner. So this is the one we bought from somebody that had who knows how many miles. This was the brand new tensioner. Whole timing chain's coming out. We're getting a whole new timing kit. I mean, that's just, you kind of have to. That's what it was this whole time. Just a stupid tensioner. We're gonna kind of go through everything, make sure there's no metal in places where metal shouldn't be. We're gonna take out these spark plugs, make sure there's nothing inside the cylinders. But I mean, as of right now, this tensioner seems like it's the culprit of our issue. Stupid thing going out or coming off or whatever the heck is the reason why we had to pull the whole motor out of the car. It is what it is. Whatever happened, happened. I'm glad that we figured out what went wrong. We know what we have to order, and we know we have to clean the crap out of this motor, scrape off all this excess RTV, which is not gonna be fun. That's Amanda's job, not my job. Your motor, not my motor. I got a 2022 BRZ on the way, baby. I don't gotta do this.
Hey, yeah you do.
I'm just kidding.
3 days later.
Well, one of my good buddies is an engine builder, and his biggest concern was that this car may have slipped timing, and if it slipped timing, then maybe the pistons or the valves aren't too happy. So today, we are going to, unfortunately, open this thing up once again. Fingers crossed there's no serious internal damage, but I guess we're gonna figure that out today. We've been mainly working on the Evo for the past week, so last time you guys saw it, we were prepping it for paint, I believe. Well, we decided to pull a whole audible and decide not to paint it. We actually wrapped the car, and it was my first time ever wrapping a car. It was a really good experience. It did come out all right for a first time wrap job. Me and my little brother are happy with it. And of course, I don't have the Evo with me at the shop, so I can't really show you guys what it looks like, but I did make a few TikToks out of it, so I'll just put whatever I have up here on the screen. Evo looks cool. It's a little bit more on the stancy side, which my brother was trying to go for. That's mainly what's been going on for the past week. We kind of just had to put our heads down and wrap the Evo as fast as we could, and that kind of resulted in not picking up the camera as much as I wanted to, but today we are back here at the shop, and today we're gonna open the motor up. But yeah, that's pretty much today's plans. Would you look at the BRZ? BRZ. She's looking so sad right now. Don't you just want to drive it?
I do.
We'll get her little heart transplant fixed up real soon, so that way she's riding real rowdy soon. Prepare yourself for the worst, but hope for the best. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's get cracking. That's a lot of wires. Now that we got all of the wiring off, time to take off the timing chain and pull off the heads. And once we pull off the heads, that's gonna tell us if the motor is actually just gone or not.
That's when my heart might break.
I can't deny it. It might be a really sad realization that we come to tonight. It could be really bad. 2 chains, baby. All right, and there we go. Head is off. Obviously, we're not machinists. We don't know exactly what to look for, so I am gonna have my buddy take a look. We'll get a double check on this, but let's look at the valves and see if we can see any obvious damage, and nothing. All right, that's not too bad. I mean, like, just looking at it, nothing looks damaged, nothing looks bent. As the motor's running, as these are like cranking, these go boom, 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 right? So these come out, I don't know how far, probably about here, but these come out, right? So here, let's put this down. Coming over here to the block, this, as you can obviously, it goes up and down, right? So imagine the valve coming out and imagine the piston coming out at the same time. It kind of like, you don't want that happening because they would hit each other at a really high speed, at brutal force, and it would destroy either the valve or the piston, or sometimes even both. So that's what you don't want happening. It doesn't look like, if you just look at the piston right over here, it doesn't look like anything made contact with it. So I think on this side, we might be in the clear. Obviously, we're gonna have good old Ducky look it over, make sure that nothing is wrong. But from my super unprofessional opinion, I say that we're in the clear.
A few moments later.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I found out what is making all that noise. So you guys probably didn't hear, you guys might not even be able to hear right now, but if you listen really closely, you can hear something like kind of bouncing around inside the motor. Like here, bring the cam closer, listen. You can kind of hear something like, you know, rolling around in there, right?
Yeah.
So I opened up the valve cover and I kind of figured out what may have been causing that issue. Let's go ahead and show you guys what exactly is making that noise. Valve cover is off and look at that, dude. Look at that. Yeah, so that's not supposed to be like that. Things are broken. You guys can see that, I forgot what are the lifters. You guys can see that like the lifters are all over the place on this side. Dude, look, so the lifters are supposed to be like this and they're just all snapped.
Yeah.
Ready to see if we messed up these valves or not. Head bolts are out and, oh no. See that gash right there?
Yeah.
That looks like a valve hit it. Man. Look at this side. Yeah. I mean, like, see, you can see these are sticking out a little bit, but see how this one is sticking out just a little bit more than this one?
Yeah.
One of these must have gotten damaged. I mean, that has to be it. Like you can see these ones. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's always gonna be there. But see how these are like the same height?
Yeah.
And these are 2 different heights. Take this all with a grain of salt. Like I don't exactly, like I'm not an engine builder, you know what I mean? I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, but just going based off looking at it, the fact that this is a lot higher than this one is very concerning. See how there's like a little gash over there? Should not be there. So it clearly means that this is the piston and the valve kissed. This is all just kind of like guesstimating. We're gonna have to get Ducky, the guy who actually builds motors for a living, to come here and check this out and let us know what's the deal. But honestly, I'm really happy that the pistons don't completely look damaged. You know what I mean? I was expecting worse. How you feel right now?
I'm upset.
Obviously, you don't look upset. You look all right for being somebody that just found out they need to rebuild their rebuilt motor. Again, I have no idea what caused this to happen. Like, I take full responsibility for whatever happened. I just don't know what I did. Like, what did I do that caused all this to happen? I don't know.
No idea.
No idea, dude.
No idea.
Because I know I torqued everything down. When Jay was here and all my buddies were here when we were rebuilding this thing, they were kind of looking over our work. They were making sure that we were doing everything right, and we used Loctite on everything. We torqued everything down to spec, so much to the fact that everybody was kind of making fun of us for being so anal about it, but you know, I don't know what went wrong. What the heck went wrong? If any of you guys know what could have possibly went wrong with this motor or what I could have possibly done wrong, please let me know down in the comments because I really want to know what happened so that we can avoid this mistake in the future. But for now, I guess we're gonna have to kind of wait on Ducky. He's gonna assess the entire motor and let us know if it's salvageable or not.